I'm Teacher Dan and welcome to another economics video series. Today I'm going to talk about high mark questions on A-level and IB economics. I've been teaching for over 20 years and if there's one thing that students always ask me, it's how can I gain better marks on the big questions. So today I'm going to go through the simple steps you need to follow to get into the bigger grade boundaries on A-level and IB. If you're studying AQA, OCR, EdXL, Cambridge or IB, they all have these tricky evaluation questions. Let's start by looking at where the marks are given on these questions. They're broken down in 4 areas: knowledge and understanding, application, analysis, and evaluation. Knowledge and understanding just asks you to tell the examiner what you know about the topic, simple definitions and explanations. Applications means you're giving your knowledge through the case study or data response. If there isn't one there, then do it through real-world examples. Analysis is the main part of the question, where your arguments are formed. Usually, you will look at pros and cons, fors and against, or types of things such as government policies. And then we come to evaluation, and this is where you get your A grade, your 7 in IB, or your 9 on A star in our GCSE. Let's take a look. There are 3 essential steps to have in mind when evaluating. Number 1, rank your analytical points. Which has the greatest effect? What is the biggest advantage, for example? Number 2, consider the short term versus the long term. Does an advantage in the short term become a disadvantage in the long term? And explain this. Number 3, talk about the effects on different stakeholders. Is an advantage to a consumer a disadvantage to government, for example? Now you have the idea, let's look at some examples. Take this question. Evaluate the effects of rising interest rates on the economy. Number 1, let's rank our arguments. Rising interest rates can have several positive effects, the most important being, etc., etc. Number 2, let's look at the short term versus the long term. In the short term, interest rates will cause ABC. However, longer term, this may not be the case. For example, and off you go. And number 3, let's look at the effects on stakeholders. Consumers will suffer from high interest rates because ABC. However, banks may see it, etc., etc. Okay, you get the point. Let's try one more and you'll be all ready to evaluate in your exams. Let's look at this question then. Evaluate the solutions a government might employ to correct the problems of market failure. Number 1, let's rank our arguments. The government could use several methods to correct market failure, the most important being, and off you go. 2, short term versus long term. In the short term, using taxation to correct market failure will, ABC. However, over time, there might be DEF in the economy, etc., etc. Number 3, consider stakeholders. Consumers will suffer from high interest rates because ABC. However, governments welcome higher taxes because, etc. And that's how you do it. Good luck in your exams. If you'd like further content like this, let me know in the comments.